Yo yo, what is up? Back to the gorge. The convoy endures. Despite some setbacks, some strange, not entirely unanimous decisions. And so now we're gonna go face that guy who is like I said down there, yeah, it's cool, you know, you can kinda see him up there, like you see him waiting for you in the distance. But then again also just what is he doing? Like he's not even sleeping, you know? He's not eating anything. Like, he's just that. So he might be a little tough. We're gonna bring back, you know, Korean is kind of fun for running around the world, and you know, we're gonna need Val's, specifically his Big Daddy shield. Morley will moon. No. Morley will wind, right? Sure. And so he's an Earth enemy, right? Kind of assuming based on his environment. And I don't know what is good against Earth. Is it wind, right? I feel like it's probably somewhere. It's like one thing in Trials, like just sort of in general. Like there's I mean there's obviously like fire and water, which is weird because it's like the weakness to, you know, fire is water, but then the weakness to water is fire, so they both just kind of like cancel each other out or something. And then I'm pretty sure Earth's weakness is wind. What would wind's weakness be? Because anything like moon and wood share relationship? I don't know. They all had to fit them somewhere, so. I believe this guy is from Legend. I don't know, I've not seen a weak. Everything's weak against that water canyon, so. Cannon. The cannon being used in the canyon. Val is outfitting us with, what is that, Dark Saber? So yeah, this guy is a boss in it's like jungle temple level and in Legend. So even then, I don't know, from the environment he was, or even like before in the those ice cliffs, snow. Whoa, speaking of, damn, who did that? Was that? Yeah, that was fucking Palomina. On the snowdrifts, that, you know, we faced off against that mantis. And just kind of a funny place just for a gigantic plant praying mantis to be hanging out, you know? Like, just on top of a snowy mountain. Like, wouldn't really expect that to be his preferred habitat. I don't know if there's, in Trials, there's like, I don't know, I feel like the camera just kind of moves way better here. Like, I can just sort of whip around and keep on them better. I'm also not meaning, well, there's targeting, and then there's just that target that's just always over him all the time. Calling down little meteors. I haven't even really been paying attention to what the boss is doing, just sort of staying away from him and just wailing on him, so I don't even know what his... He's been jumping around a lot, I've noticed that. Almost got him. We seems dazed. You need the nap. Oh, damn. Got him down. And there you go, we got a core stone. So
Now
again,
we can keep moving.
Val still possesses
Monsters, they should just let us go
that
already.
ability.
The Dede Cliffs are just ahead. We should arrive shortly.
And we will look, we got some a wind tonic, so we can probably advance Karina some more. Bring her back into the squad. We haven't done her other transformations yet. We'll get there. Upgrades. Can we get them all? No. Can we get these two? Yes, we can. No, 1, 4, 5. There we go, damn. She's just been hanging out with this Ice Smash, and I don't know, it's cool. It just hasn't really felt like her yet. But now we got more of her, yeah, her more natural moves. Got a little weaken the enemy. Hang on to that ice. Why not? Everybody's got a little something. Yeah, it's cool. Then love about these is you know, just the independence of your teammates when they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, and that can vary between game and game and encounter and encounter. Main thing in trials, they could dodge a little better. There's some AoEs or some big waves that come from the boss and your teammate. It's weird because out in the field they can get really dodgy and really swift, and then there's just some stuff by the bosses they'll just open wide. So there's a lot of damage that, you know, you don't have a lot of other ways to mitigate. But what I really love, this cool feeling, is just having, so like you know, like Reese has a lot of buffing the team, and buffs and debuffs, and so here, like, you know, Val, he gets a lot of utility. For like main damage wise, I don't know, you know, everyone's really good. Everyone can get really stupid, but Val's really fun. Just throwing out, you know, shields and sabers, and they're good about it. They're smart about it. Like I think they generally know what the situation most optimally is calling for, and they will. And then you know they'll debuff the enemy, and so just a lot of things that like Final Fantasy 12 does like perfectly with the Gambit system. And what's nice about the Gambit system is that you know exactly, specifically, precisely what is, when, and why going on. In this, again, I think like they're which is cooler, kind of in this, where it's just like it's not so mechanical. It's a little, you know, it's a little more the opposite of that. It's a little more organic. Of you go into battle, you're controlling one character, and then you're just kind of like not really hoping Val does the right thing. Like Val will do the right thing, so then that's the cool feeling of like, oh good, like Val did the right thing. You can, you know, just kind of feel that on its own. You didn't really need to specifically like, program it into him.
We are glad you all, Alms and Soul Guard alike.
And even from Secret of Mana, you got like the little chessboard strategy, you know, thing in the menu, and you move them around, you know, more defensive, more aggressive.
Is the Alm of Water, Undine's chosen and pride of both Illistana and yet another surprising presence within this convoy. The Alm of
I guess these are kind of like the Beastmen of this world.
I am Morley.
Beastmen are a very complicated tribe, and they're like the Klingons of Trials. Like, don't fuck with them, but then they start messing with everybody. I mean, well, they don't start. That's just what starts up in Trials, the whole end of the world conspiracy, the plot of kind of driving all the nations, you know, against one another.
It is my honor. I have greeted many alms of
But these beasts,
never felt such a robust aura as yourself. The goddess of mana will surely rejoice at the power you'll bring forth into the world.
Aw, you're just saying that.
this place is
Flattery will get you everywhere.
And where might the Alm of Fire be?
this place is like a lodge.
The Alm of Fire is...
I see.
He inferred that quite quickly.
Chosen this year.
Good man.
Eruptions will scorch the earth with fire from every fissure. The wind will rage, and the winged fall flightless.
He's very worldly.
Pure waters will run foul, and disease spread. The moon's hold over time will splinter, depriving all beings of logic.
Every land has their own legend of disaster.
Guju and Etern each saw calamity transpire. Tiania will surely be the next to succumb. Where mana ceases to flow, tragedy follows. Such is the way of things.
It's been a while since I heard the prophecy of Etern's demise. It sounds wrong.
Well, you know how these old prophecies go, Morley. Besides, Luna's back, so there's nothing to worry about anymore.
Tarty doesn't really have like an outside perspective
Gotta
in
get
that
Hina's Corso
prophecy.
back. Has a Gaian traveler come through this area recently?
Besides yourselves, we've only had contact with messengers from Illistana lately.
Thanks anyway.
Orin is either late or lying in wait in a less frequented location. We must not linger long before leaving for Elusia Isle, lest we lose our advantage.
Time is of the essence. Let's see to the growing of the Jack seed. Gloriosa.
Yeah, Palmina's a lot like Reese. You know, costume-wise, with kind of the little wings off her ears, but then also just her
The watch is tasked with performing the ceremonial planting and watering of
her
the Jack
overall
seed. The ritual
confidence
is
and
quite
leadership.
We will see to the preparations.
Also, that like
Please go to the rear of the garrison.
naivety of her, of she's just so honorable and moral. You know, but she can swing a scythe, so
Not another
she can handle
ritual.
herself.
I know it's not the same, but just hearing the word is enough to set me on edge. Okay.
I can't climb ladders, but
Get this over with.
The
oh,
seed
okay,
is
we're doing
planted.
this.
Now we must water it.
Commence the watering, Gloriosa.
Spirits of Earth, we beseech you, bring life forth from this barren soil. Guide the alms over the cliffs and to Elusia beyond.
I didn't think it would really work.
No faith. Mhm.
As we feared, the power of Earth has grown too weak.
What do you mean?
4 years passed. The Alm of Earth was prevented from completing her sacrifice. Ever
4 years
since,
passed.
the soil has been unsuited for growing plants, even as far
Okay.
away as here in Dede.
Without the blessings of Earth.
Okay, so what does that mean?
For sustenance.
Even with an ocean between
He's talking about Liza, I'm assuming, right?
So,
Like
does that mean
that Liza failed to complete her almsmanship, or was it 4 years ago? Like we're down,
Are we gonna have
we're
to
behind
try
2
and get
alms,
the
or are we
place to
talking about
Elusia
Liza?
ourselves?
And what he's talking about 4 years ago? So like the whole prologue, we were running around in the beginning. That wasn't possibly 4 years ago, was it?
How many
Or was
days
it?
would set us back?
And then what's his name, Aorn?
Definitely
Has he
not.
been
There may be
wandering his way to Tiania this whole time? I mean, I guess he would.
Elemental of Earth.
Well, no, I mean, because they were escaped. I mean, he may not have known. How did he even know and figure out all this crazy dark magic? Where do you get that crazy book from?
The elemental is still in the
Um,
vicinity.
yeah, the timeline of everything is, I'm not sure.
I trust we can find Nome as well.
Guju, the Earth Village. There's a chance that Liza is still there too. I'll get you back, Hina. I promise. Just a little longer.
No, I guess Aorin didn't go into any of those
From the
details.
free city of Tsata that will take us there.
Then let's make for Tsata.
Ta-ta. From Tia to Data.
Once brought life turns all to dust and stone.
Is there any mana left to sustain?
Is there any sentence you speak that isn't some quote? And now we head back. Oh, great thing. Trials can be. It's a little, you know, I don't know. It's smooth. It's a little more compact. There can be some backtracking in Trials,
See our target, Sata.
but yeah, and then we're about to head to an amazingly and captivatingly beautiful location. A very tiny one, teeny one, which some important stuff happens. But yeah, just the look of a lot of this game is pretty nuts. I was not even looking at the minimap. I was just running around and okay, I thought it still doesn't matter because I think it's down. I just saw the roof and I was like, I'll jump on the roof. I'll see what happens. But nope, the chest is just very boringly down here. Oh, that painting quest that we haven't done yet. This is the location. We gotta look at one of these. And these are rock formations. And we get the dogs out here, right? I always forget to call these guys. This just takes a second to you get these guys, and now we're off. But then if you want to fight anybody, you know, you gotta dismount. The way she straddles it is so funny.
This place is called Entwine Bridge Pass.
So the first
Strange name.
console I ever had was the Intellivision.
After hearing the
And it was the
tale of
other
legendary
Atari.
hero,
And I'm glad I had
undying
Intellivision.
passion for his pen on this path.
Because nobody knows what it is. And it's it was such the weird one. The controller was like a TV remote, and
I'm a memory. A whisper.
it was like this large calculator pad of buttons, and then you slid this plastic card like into the controller, like this overlay, and each game came with its own little card. So then those were like the controls for that game of like which of the numbers did what. And then, you know, all the cards had their own little, like, you know, pictures and graphics of what was, you know, the game was and everything. And I had a couple games. The only one I remember was Dungeons and Dragons. And that game scared me. Just this huge, crazy looking map with just, like, you know, so much possibility of exploration. And then you go into the dungeons, and you're just this meek little stick figure. And I mean, and just fucking look at this place. I know there's a little cactus around one of these pillars. May have already ran past them. But just and they keep it up. I'd say the whole design of the game the entire time is it rides this you know, this strength all the way to the end. Yeah, this is magnificent. Oh, you can't do anything here. I can't even. There's no sword swinging, which is very weird. You got breakable items. There's no way to break them in front of you.
So many people have taken the same road.
Again, it's just.
It has seemed
this game just keeps on. There's always so many. There's just like different. I don't know. Yeah, like just allowances of control of just like modes of what's going on of like town exploration, outside exploration, and then I don't know. Yeah. I mean, then if there's in town, there's not going to be something there's not going to be a pot in front of you just saying, "Hey, you can't break me," you know. I mean, obviously that area comes in later, so that's also kind of weird too. You know, it's like an actual. Anyway, this game just does a lot of weird things. And you're going through the dungeons and you're going through the creepy little hallways, and you don't know what's around any corner, and yeah, it was pretty fascinating. So that's
Now we will be able to reach the Earth Elemental Gnome, thanks
the
to the
yeah, the earliest memory I have with the game, Dungeons and Dragons on the Intellivision. And then quickly after that, a Nintendo appeared, or I feel like there was a moment where we didn't have a Nintendo, but that showed up rather quick, and like the Intellivision fascinated me, but it was, I don't want to say not user friendly, but like, one of those things where it's like you gotta really want to be there. You kind of gotta want to try, and not that I didn't want it. It's kind of confusing as hell, and just wasn't ready for it, and so then the NES shows up, and one of the whoops, not that one. Yeah, I had a few games for that. I do want to remember most was Sesame Street 1, 2, 3 and ABC, and so yeah, that's pretty much where I started off, and I got like really acclimated and accustomed to what a game was. And Sesame Street, it was set in a carnival, and it was really creepy. It was set at a carnival at night, and there was a Ferris wheel, and so there were letters and numbers on the Ferris wheel, and you had to stop it to either add or subtract or combine letters to solve equations or make words, and but it had just this really creepy atmosphere to it, which I really loved. It was really enticing. And yeah, we had a good amount for that. I also remember we had this like ugly gray, I don't know if it was like official, but like it was an entertainment center, like wooden box where everything sat, and then there was like this big sticker decal or like painting of like Mario like on the door, and I think it was pretty awesome. The door to the cabinet of like all the games, and then also shit, Legend of Zelda, like my god. That was the first time like feeling that cinematic epicness. Like you start off, you warm up Legend of Zelda, the first one, for the first time, and like games with like sweeping music, and I mean everything like this and everything, pretty normal, pretty expected. It's like you know, it was like,
Liza's all right.
She was a former soul guard.
well, kind of literally what it was like, words on paper for the very first time, you know, like in history, like to see, or like to see, imagine like seeing like a painting for the, like, for the first time, like the very first painting, you know, or I mean like you're in a cave, and then there's some shit on the wall, and like it looks like a horse, but it's like and like a buffalo and like a mastodon, but it's not, but it looks like it, so you're thinking about it, but it's not there, and you know it's not there, and it's just totally melting your fucking, you know, caveman brain. But like, you know, coming from the Intellivision or Pong, and I didn't,
This is very valuable.
but it, you know, this is all still pretty close to just the era in general, or where these were some crazy firsts. I didn't get to experience arcade life. 1980X had this really great moment where the kid's hanging out in an arcade and he's talking about it, and he said this really amazing thing. Oh yeah, it's another thing I noticed in Trials. There are little footprints on the minimap of where you came from, so they're not as crazy and cluttered like up there, but there are little, like, okay, this is, you can kind of like trace your steps. But in 1980X, the kid is talking about being at the arcade and experiencing all the sounds and the lights and, you know, the highs and the lows and everything, and then you had to go home. Like, you couldn't take it with you. And so to just have those feelings and those memories and the everything of video games, and to have them be literally out there, like a place you have to journey to, you know, like make your own actual quest to, and then once they're gone, you don't get the privilege of neglecting them on a shelf. Like, you have to hold them, you know, in your heart. Like, if you ever want to play with them, you either have to be there, or you ever, you know, just have to imagine it. And so obviously, you know, arcade cabinets were like, you know, they were the PCs back then, and they were the height of the technology, and then all the ports and the downgrades came to the consoles, and but so I just experienced everything on, you know, obviously the consoles first. So like Legend of Zelda booting up for the first time, you know, and it's just like, there was something so otherworldly, you know, about, again, in that cave painting way, where it's just like, you have like, you know, I saw Star Wars a million times up to that point, and you have that great orchestral music of strings and you know, wind and wood and drums and everything, and so like this black void of the screen, and then coming into the waterfall, and then this rising.
This is Zata, the free city. As the name implies, you live however you wish here. Enjoy yourselves.
You know,
You may choose to stay for 3 minutes, 3 years, or even 3 lifetimes. So live it up. Whatever you want to do is up to you.
oh yeah, this sounds really weird.
I suppose it would be more
There's
accurate to say
like,
that in this free city,
it's a
there is
lawless
no
town,
rule.
but everything's totally cool.
No one should own material goods not shared with the rest. That's it.
Or they're commies. Was that it?
Possessions, vestments, and land. All that belongs to one belongs to us all.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And hey, it's working out for them.
Why assign
I think it's also just like 100 people like living on the seaside, against the desert. So
Our clothes are
yeah, a nomadic little tribe just like agreeing to keep it cool with each other. You know, not totally implausible.
Well, at least
But Legend of Zelda, this
let's see if we can get
again, you get the
some berries to
waterfall
Guju.
coming down, and then this rising current of
The customs here in Tata sure are different. I should probably head to the pier if I want to ask about a boat. Let's plan our next move.
a game that something that I was about to start to lock into, to
Yes.
lose myself in, and
Taking this.
to just hear it for the first time, for it to be the first time that one of these things ever even did that.
Let me see. Nice.
Could start rising to this occasion of like, it's not just like
Taking this.
the menu comes up and now you're playing Tetris, you know, or like now you're playing again, like Bubble Bobble had, oh my god, Bubble Bobbles, I can hear it now, had an amazing got it, yeah, just like intro. There's so many, I don't know, it's just, they all just sound so stupid to you, like just
Taking
transcendent and all this other whatever, like just
Wow, my, do I
but
a soul guard here?
like
I've never seen
I just kind of keep on thinking of those like sweeping New Zealand shots in Lord of the Rings of when they're walking over the mountains and like there's the party is just like these little specks,
very true,
you know,
very true.
in the snow and in the hills, and then the camera is just like flying over them. Like
Fuji's a real
Legend of Zelda opens up and it just
goddess for myself, you see? So I threatened a traveling peddler and got them to sneak me out of Longrin.
silences the world around you,
Silly me.
and then
I begged. But what
fills it with the, again, like with this
all the way to the mana tree?
this tone, this noise. It's not an instrument. It's not
Before I could even get close.
it's not something that's being,
I wandered around for a bit and finally ended up here in Sata.
you know, not that direct. It's not in the hands
And they love
of like
the
of a
style.
human or something. It's like
How's about staying here for
it's almost like a monk
your style?
chanting, you know,
Could be a hit.
like those
We
like
have to borrow a boat in order to get to Guju. There's something we have to take care of. Who should I talk to for passage?
I don't, that
How
that
to use the harbor?
crazy deep like resonance, you know, of like
Boats if they need it.
of like ancient Asian jungles, you know, with like stone pyramids like covered in vines and shit like that. Like
Reports coming in from the
this
sailors.
groan starts coming
Kind
from
of weird.
the game,
Some may look calm now,
like from the
but when
TV.
the ship set sail, some
And
places
it's
turn
not
into
just some little fun beat 'em up or puzzle
boat that tries to get
games
back.
thing is about to start. Like
Ages since anyone's
this
gotten
is
out of the harbor.
setting, this is like a that noise is just like that music. It's just the gate and the portal to just like another
I don't
world.
have the time to sit around. Maybe someone else has a better plan.
And
than
and you know, like
now what?
like
I don't know what to do. I should find
being a
the
kid
others
and like movies are great and like
Go.
and books are great, but now all of a sudden there's this thing that I'm doing. I'm not it's not just kind of like passively washing over me. Like I'm about to jump in and engage with this, and it's being reset, and it's like it's being taken back and losing progress, you know. It's the life and death of it. And again, for a game to just be like Legend of Zelda was the first time that you know a game was like opening a book, like putting in a VHS tape. Like you were, every other game was basically like a cartoon, like you know like Bubble Bobble or something, or like busting out like a board game or something, you know, like Tetris. But Legend of Zelda was like there were. It was like a. It was like this pop-up book, but like this, like fucking Narnia, you know, just like this complete real experience. There were trees, there were caverns. It saved your progress. Like you could put a bookmarker in it. You could stop the tape. You could go back to right where you were. You could pick up the game again. You know. Kind of even think like Dungeons, which I had never even I didn't know of anything. I barely even knew that Dungeons. I knew that D&D was a game on the Atari. I didn't even know how much I knew of it as a board game at that point, as a tabletop experience. But Legend of Zelda, yeah, it was like nothing that ever existed.
We need help from the elemental spirit in Guju to get to the.
It was important. The music was just like too good. It was made with too much intelligence, and it struck just too many chords, you know, in your fucking soul. I definitely didn't beat it as a kid. I got a lot of dungeons down. Eventually later on, I did beat it and beat it with a guide so I could see everything. And my lord, is there some crap that's hidden in there? Like the old man in the rock walls, who will either just take your money for breaking his wall, or you know where heart pieces are. Like you either know from a guide, or you have to spend the time and bomb every single section of every single wall on every. You have to take the candle and you have to burn every single bush and every single tree just to see what happens. Now it's not that. It's equally is and isn't like it's good crazy. It's totally normal because you are just inhabiting this world. You're just given this world. You're plooped in. And like go pick up the sword, and then you can hit up. You can basically go to the first like 4 dungeons or something. Like you can even just to find the first 3. You know, like I mean, you can. There's no direction to go. You just go wherever you want. You just go where you feel like. The first Zelda has a remarkable freedom in it that no game, but other than like Minecraft, and Minecraft actually had like I don't know, like a purpose to it or something, but like
I just want to make sure you're okay.
it's really Doom would kind of be the only other thing where it's just like Doom doesn't tell you anything, yet neither does Legend of Zelda, other than, you know, the people within the world, like, you know, like the one who's hungry and wants meat. And you're just there, and you just gotta figure it out. And then, but it's also weird to say figure it out, because like just endless probing is like all the time in the world to just inspect every pixel and tile. Like, is that it just gives you, I don't know how you get shoved in the wall. Are you really figuring anything out? Are you really investigating anything? Or, I mean, or you're just exhausting every possible option? Um, and so yeah, there was Zelda, and then there was had Bad Dudes. That's great. President's kidnapped by ninjas, so it was a good time. Contra, lots of Contra. Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. I think it was called Excite Bike, but it was one of the kind of like motorcycle jumping course thing, and that was cool because you could build your own course, which was really neat. Anything like that was just sort of mind blowing at the moment. Of like, oh my god, like the game is allowing you to make parts of the game on your own. And I remember we would build courses like, I don't even know how long it would be, like, but it was apparently way too long because it would sit there and it would take like an hour to like process and load or something, like all the ramps and everything we would put in there. So I don't think this is what it intended.
Palomina, come on. Snap out of it.
But yeah.
What was I?
Love those little controllers with their two buttons and the D-pad that like really hurt after a while. You have no idea like, what it is to use a joystick. It's like it's just like moving the character with like a cloud. Like I don't know what games are out there, but play old games, like just play with strictly the D-pad. And it's like
You nearly went over the edge. Close call.
I heard a voice. Her lament was
the calluses, the blisters,
solemn.
What are you talking about? What voice?
and the pain just really just connected you more closely to the experience.
The sound is the only thing that stands out in my memory. We should consult with Karina and Morley.
And then
I heard a voice, yet Val could not hear the same sound.
the the NES was awesome.
Welling up in my heart.
And then eventually the next thing we got was the Sega Genesis. And I remember the night we had it. It was sitting there in a box, and I think like we weren't allowed to like hook it up, like Dad had to hook it up or something. And so hey, let's go. This is Galligan's the beauty. Many beauties of this world. And
Apologies for my abrupt
and so I remember they were sitting there playing like Robin Hood on the Nintendo. And I couldn't fucking care less. I was just sitting there with the box, with the Genesis, and it came with Sonic the Hedgehog, and just reading, just absorbing every letter of the instruction book, and just, oh god, I couldn't wait. And eventually got hooked up, and honestly, I don't remember much of the first Sonic. It's there's Sonic 2 just does it's like not even better. Sonic 2 just does everything that just should be happening. It's just like, it's hard to even count Sonic the Hedgehog as a Sonic game. Like, it just feels like a demo. It feels like beta. Like, it's just missing so much. Like, there's just a kind of an overall speed and smoothness of everything. There's like way too much platforming and lava and just kind of like the stop and go in the first one. There's no tails. Don't even remember the music, but the spin dash. I mean, it's like you can
let's make a detour and visit Tato Temple. It might clear a few
goof yourself into the spin dash, like running and then ducking and then like, fall tripping into it. But to be able to spin yourself into it like Sonic style, like like from the comics to the cartoon or whatever. It's like Sonic 2 is just where Sonic just like kind of begins.
It's rumored to be haunted, with monster nests infesting every inch of the
And didn't have a lot
The danger we face on the journey is
For-
all part of the job. We each have our duties to fulfill.
for the Genesis,
Mine is being the sole
but had aside from the Sonics, Jungle Strike, Streets of Rage. Oh man, General Chaos. Holy shit, the greatest Sega Genesis game, General Chaos.
By the laws of this land, all we own
Blue vs. Red, 5v5 or 2v5 or 2v2.
This is the
Um,
Salamando Candle, the vessel of fire.
Symbol controls, you got a cursor, you shoot, you move a guy, or you cycle through a guy. You're given one screen, one area, and then you battle it out, you know, with all the different cover
Thank you so
and
much. Hopefully this'll help us get
and
through our
geography
temple.
and terrain, and
Be successful.
and yeah, that is just this genius system that they just need to play with more of battling it's very quick, like an action game, you know, with just like this slight like RTS kind of strategy, and you're just the commander and it's out of your hands, and you place the guys where you want and you tell them to fire off, and you just make sure all your angles are right, and then flipping through everybody and cycling through the craziness of like keeping up with the movements of the other team, of getting your guys out of danger, but then also putting them in positions to inflict the most damage. Oh my god. General goddamn chaos. Flipping over that table. I have no idea what's going on. I think it was F-22. Like a jet fighter game. Aladdin, Ren and Stimpy. The cool Aladdin with the sword. He got a sword and the Genesis. But then as far as Sonic goes, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic Knuckles, Sonic 3D, Sonic Spinball. Really, I think the only thing I didn't have was, did I say Sonic and Knuckles? The only thing I didn't have was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which I have now played. That's a pretty good game. But I think that may have, yeah, I had a thing for Sonic. Oh, you get the candle now, which is cool.
Try not to get cursed, okay?
That would suck. But yeah, a lot of Sonic 2. The first game I would like unknowingly, but like the first game I would speed run just because I loved it so much and I played it so much. And I was getting like 15 minutes, like between like 12 and 15 minutes. Which not doing it, like not trying for a record, and not knowing even probably the word optimization yet. Yeah, I think I was doing pretty good. And I would cycle through playing like Sonic and Tails, just Sonic, just Tails, just Knuckles. But yeah, I love Sonic 2, and I would love to do a playthrough of that. I highly doubt I'd be able to do it without dying, especially at the end, especially in the egg. It gets serious there.
I'm at full strength.
And should we give everyone fire yet? Nah, fuck it. And so yeah, and right around that time, acquired a Super Nintendo, and had even less games for that. It came with Link to the Past, which I think I believe probably before I played Link to the Past, oh wait, where am I? What is this? Can I get out of this? Yes. I probably played Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, and out of all the Zeldas, I would say, like, you know, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, game-wise, the one I kind of respect the most is the first one, just how hardcore it is. Music, aesthetic, graphics, colors, like Link to the Past. Which I don't even really know how I feel about that game anymore. I went, you know, on the Switch, they got everything in the classics library, and I don't know, I just realized what the game is now, of like just a collectathon of all your stuff just scattered around. Doing a really well job hiding it. You got almost like as good a job as Resident Evil does of why this old mansion has all these weird puzzles and traps in it. And it's like, well, it's an old mansion, and it's also owned by like a nefarious, you know, corporation, so that all fits. And why all your stuff is hidden and away in all these temples behind all this, the boss, like, you know, the Zelda did, it makes sense. But there was this moment where I was in the forest and I got eaten, I think it was by a fucking pumpkin, and it was on the way to find the Master Sword in like the Lost Woods. And so I get eaten by this pumpkin, and then like, or it just grabs, like, the tongue shoots out. It's like some plant vine thing, and it grabs my shield, right? And I kill it, and then I don't get my shield back. And so then you have to take your crappy little shield all the way back to that fountain. You have to throw it in the fountain, and then you have to have the fairy upgraded again. And it's like, or the game could not have been a dick, and just when I killed the monster that took my shield, I just could have gotten my shield back, right? Like, is that really so fucking much to ask right now? And it's just the shit you put up with the very first time through a game, case in point. You go back and you wanna relax with it again. Wow, is there a lot that just like really grinds up against you? Oh shit, we're almost at a mark. So yeah, I haven't gone back to play fucking Link to the Past again. Favorite Zelda game, like just playing wise that I played, going through it, Link's Awakening, absolutely. I love the design of Link's Awakening. That everything is sectioned off into these just very, very, you know, just like little bite-sized, manageable chunks. Like, the world just feels very naturally like locked away from whatever current area that you are like progressing through. And it's the fun Zelda. It's kind of this little side thing where there's just a lot of weird Mario references in it. There's no Zelda, so it's great. It's kind of like the new Star Wars stuff, where like all the good stuff doesn't have the Force in it. So just kind of like remove some of the more common, familiar elements, and then like, yeah, you got like a brand new adventure. And and the music, I mean, and the whole thing of Link's Awakening is the music. That's what you're collecting and getting yourself out of the dream, the nightmare. The sleeper must awaken. The windfish. And yeah, it's and just being on vacation and being able to play that, and so all the vacations that I did play it on, and the over and over and overness of playing Link's Awakening,
Surely
um,
stand corrected.
and
It
so
almost looked like it was
kind of like, you
reacting
know,
to
just
your
like
hesitation,
blasting
Palomino.
through something like, you know, like I don't
I
know,
think you're onto something.
knowing exactly how to like a
Really give
Rubik's cube is
something a
solved, and
crack.
just spinning it around like a madman, and then like just
Can you
you
blame
whip
me?
this together because you
For
just know, like
Christ's
stuff like that, you know, like riding a
Make a
bike, like
ball of
you
baby.
just hop on and you're
Palomino,
just
where are
smoothly
you going?
sailing.
You're
And
doing
so
good. Such a strange sound.
She's
um
acting like she did on the Cape. Let's follow her.
but yeah, played a whole lot of, you know, the most beautiful.
A crying
Well, is there?
turtle?
Let's
A
go back,
forgotten love
or we could
poem?
just fuck it.
What is going on?
Best to just let Karina and Palomina handle it.
Yeah, let the girls handle the mushy love stuff. Okay.